Finally, one of the close associates of Imole, Mohbad, Splending, he has been released on bail, and the nurse also. And their account of what happened will shock you. It will blow your mind. I mean, this world is full of wickedness. Wunmi, why just don't you avail Liam for a DNA test and that's it? That is all. Because the account of the nurse and of Splending, and of course of that prime boy, Mohbad's childhood friend, everything points at you as being the chief suspect, as being the prime suspect, as being the head of wickedness. That's just it. Why don't you wash yourself clean? Wash yourself clean. You know, Mohbad's mother came out to tell us some nonsense, scripted rubbish spitting out of her mouth. We are not trying to say she didn't go through whatever she went through with Mohbad's father. But at that time, what was the action of Mohbad's mother and Mohbad's father? Until date, what is the action of Mohbad's mother? Are you seeking for justice, Mohbad's mother? Wunmi, I cannot ask you this question if you are seeking for justice, because it is clear to everybody that you are not in for justice. There are only two things that you are in for. One, the revenue of Mohbad, money. Two, to cover up DNA. That's all you're interested in, and that is what your handlers are interested in. Well, unfortunately, you guys cannot hide anymore. If you hear what Splending said, and also the nurse and other accounts here and there, you'll be shocked. Like this word, you have to be careful who you lay with, either a man or a woman. You have to be extremely careful. Once you see signs of wickedness, pack your bags and disappear. Can we say Mohbad was under a spell? What really happened to this young man? Anyway, without further ado, let us listen to this one. Do not forget to subscribe.
That evening, the manager called me. That evening. On that day, on that Monday, the manager called me that Alpha Lifestyle. I'm trying to reach Mo. I guess it's concerning the show what we have on the 13th. I'm trying to reach Mo. He has not been going. So when he said he has not been going, I was like, Mo. I texted him. I called him. I didn't go through. But who won't think about anything bad? I called the manager back. SI. She was like, I don't try. I will try and reach him, Sha. I said, no, wala. It was the next day. I got a call. That Mo was dead. I thought it was a prank because when I did my side, I thought it was a prank. It was this guy that called me, Doro. That Doro is like Darusha's elder brother. Say, waiting they happen for house, so this one's on. I was like, waiting they happen for house. What happened in the house? I don't know if anything happened. I was like, they call him because I guess that one did not even know what was going on too. I was like, okay, fine. I now tried calling the house to know what's up. Nobody was picking my call at first when I was calling. Nobody picked my call. I tried calling. I now called one of our friends who is a banker in the house. His name is Damola. I tried calling the guy, saying, how far shey you dey house? That one say it's just they come from bank. I said, waiting up now. Then they call me say, what happened tomorrow or something like that. I was like, that one say, they come from bank. I said, I beg go if you don't reach house. Anything what's up, call me, make I know what's in the sub. Because I don't know, nobody they pick my call. But still, I didn't relent. I still called. Till one of them now picked my call. I was like, Lifestyle, where you dey? They cry, say, Lifestyle, where you dey? I was like, Lifestyle, where you dey as well? Like, so this one's on Mo. I was like, what happened? Mo, okay. No, it's not possible. This one is one. As I asked them, they tell me say they carry Mo go hospital. For my phone, I did run like I came out of my estate. I ran like a madman. I didn't even wait for a ride or anything. I was running like a madman on the road. I went to enter a public transport because I don't even know. I can't even press my phone to start booking a ride. Until I got there by night. I got there by night because of the traffic. I even got there, even lawyer and everybody safe. We jump for road. When I reached there, my brother don't do for floor like this. You understand? He don't do for. They say they don't carry and come back house. He don't do floor. The thing is, it was really so painful seeing him on that state, and I tried to ask what was going on. The same thing that we were seeing is a nurse came to the house and all these things. So painful that I was like, nurse come out, this one, they hear that kind of this thing. That was just the thing. That was still how I heard about all this whole issue when I got to the house and all these things. It was really so painful to me.
Regarding the nurse, I want us to take it one after the other.
Okay, Daddy.
Before the arrival of that nurse, they show her a wound, giving the impression that she will be coming to treat somebody with wound. Normally, a nurse will come with anti-tetanus because she has not shown up for 2 days, and she will be thinking that that person will have been infected. So that's the first thing. Secondly, when she got there, Wunmi, who knew the condition of her husband, presented anti-tetanus, which any reasonable nurse will not counter. That may be the reason because Mohbad grand di ọkọ ẹ̀ tọkọ ẹ̀ bá ní ọ̀sà ó hypertensive kò ní suggest ẹ̀, but Wunmi mọ nǹkan tó lè pa ọkọ ẹ̀, so ó suggest anti-tetanus ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pọ́kọ ẹ̀ wà hypertensive, ó tún mọ reaction tó lè follow ẹ̀, which means it has happened before. And Wunmi was even not shocked when the husband reacted to that injection. It was the woman who said, and they started pouring water. She also knew the implication of that water being poured. Yes, she knew the implication. And sending that woman out to go and buy something, how many times nothing she bed? So a nurse who is just coming, who did not have background of the patient, who only just going to on a rescue mission, may not be in a position. Let me do what is necessary to do. So I don't want us to blame the nurse too much. She may not be licensed. She may not be licensed, but she did the needful. It's just that there was a setup. There was a setup which they allowed the nurse to fill the gap. Then there is something I will also say. The approach of the police. What the police are doing is this. They brought out an interim report based on the lies being told to the police. And police is waiting for them. Police knew the truth. Police is only waiting for those lockup to say, okay, you are protecting them, maybe because of heritage, maybe because somebody big is involved. By the time we lock you up and you see yourself going to jail, you will open up. So it is better for Splending, it is better for all of them that are locked up to shout now. Nobody should stop them from talking. In fact, this approach of don't mention somebody anywhere is big and this, we should stop it. If anybody is involved, that person should be mentioned. The life of those guys being locked up is as precious as any other person. We cannot lock some people up and be protecting some people somewhere else. I don't know whether it's in the presidency, in the governorship or whatever, or in the palace. Their life is as precious as anybody's life. Then let me tell you about Adura and Mama and the rest in the family. They knew what happened. But what they are telling Nigeria is that Lenyo Koko, Baba Fijafolo is a lost battle. That is their approach. From Mama to Adura, that is their language. Let me tell you Baba's approach to this. Baba is saying, I have lost my son, but will not accept a bastard or fake the memory of Mohbad. That is Baba's approach. Let me tell you Wunmi's approach. What Wunmi is doing is this. Possible. Wunmi is protecting something today for tomorrow. Wunmi is gagging something today. And Wunmi is leaving no trace for everything that Wunmi is doing. That is why they have to keep their own nurse that they know, so that nobody will say, Shebu will look nurse. They have to ask somebody, do you have a nurse? And they have to follow up on that nurse. They have to make sure that that nurse does not have the details of everything that is going to happen. And they brought in DJ, that DJ, whatever, knew a lot about what also happened. And that is why that DJ had to follow Adura to court. You see, somebody was with Adura. We didn't come to court that day.
Yes,
but somebody among them was with Adura. Yes, somebody who, in-house, some people knew what happened. They are only making sure that àwọn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá láyà ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. But ìwọ tó bá mọ̀ kó fẹ́ lo ẹ̀wọ̀n. You better, tó bá mọ̀ kó fẹ́ lo ẹ̀wọ̀n, keep your mouth shut. Ìwọ tó bá mọ̀ pé o fẹ́ lo ẹ̀wọ̀n, spill the bean. Nothing will happen in this country. The more you talk, the more they want to. They have blood running in their veins too. So, èèyàn kan ò lè wà lẹ́wọ̀n láti jọ yìí káwa máa protect heritage èèyàn kan in the palace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I always like this uncle's, you know, his contribution. Very intelligent man. Àwọn èèyàn gidi, àwọn alálùbáríkà ló ń wà wá. Àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ ló ń wà wá gbogbo yín. Àwọn tó ní làákàyè. Ṣé gbọ́ bí bó ṣe break ẹ̀. I will still continue to say it. Spending àti
people just lára kóhun tó padà dé àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ wọ́n ti da omi lé lórí. Ipò ti da omi lé lórí òun dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó máa mọ̀ pé ẹ má ti da omi lé lórí ẹ jẹ́ kó òun ṣe iṣẹ́ òun wọ́n ní bó ṣe máa ń faint nìyẹn pé kó má worry wípé tó bá ti da omi yẹn lé lórí.
Ó ti máa ń dákú bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀.
Wípé wọ́n sì ní wá ẹ̀ kó máa ń faint bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tó bá ti da omi yẹn lé lórí pé ó máa wà okay ipò máa wà alright. Nǹkan tí Fèyí sọ fáwa nìyẹn. So Fèyí ò pààyàn Fèyí ò ń ṣerú ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá bèrè Fèyí ní Island kẹ́ bèrè ẹ̀ ládùúgbò yìí Fèyí is very 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 gentle and very respectful. Fèyí ò ń ṣe nǹkan tó lè pààyàn àbí tó lè ṣe irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ọ̀rẹ́ ni àbí?
Ọ̀rẹ́ ni wá, ọ̀rẹ́ àti kékeré ni wá. Àti ṣọ̀rẹ́ tí ó ti máa fẹ́ wọ 15 years.
so ẹ mọ̀ dáadáa.
Mo mọ̀ Fèyí dáadáa. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tí Fèyí ò kì í sọ fún mi. Anything tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ó máa ń pè. Èmi àti ẹ̀ àti kọjá ọ̀rẹ́ àti dọ́mọ ìyá.
So màmá ní kò tiẹ̀ kò kì í gbọ́ Naira Marley kì í wo Naira Marley.
Fèyí ò mọ̀ wọ́n rí. Fèyí gan ò mọ̀ pé Mohbad lòun fẹ́ lọ treat. Fèyí gan ò mọ̀ pé Mohbad ní tóun fẹ́ lọ treat. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ request fún fídíò ó ti dé gate tán kí fídíò yẹn tó wọ orí fóònù ẹ̀ because òun ní kó send video sóhun kóhun wo ọwọ́ ẹni tóun fẹ́ lọ treat kóhun tiẹ̀ mọ̀ bóyá nǹkan tó lè gba abẹ́rẹ́ sí àpò wọ́n ní kílé tó ṣe fẹ́ gbo ọwọ́ ẹ̀ kílé tó ṣe ń request fún fídíò pé tó bá ti dé ilé ó máa rí ẹni tóun fẹ́ lọ treat.
Ta ló sọ yẹn?
Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ tó wà
lọ́dọ̀ Mohbad àbí?
kọjọ wà nílé ẹ̀ so Fèyí wá ní pé okay no problem because of pé ó ti ń treat Spending for a while pé ó ti Spending òun àti ẹ̀ ipe customer àwọn ni Spending okay pé kóun lọ so òun ti dé gate tán kí fídíò yẹn tó wọ orí fóònù tọ́jú ẹ̀ so kò ń ṣe pé bí òun gan ó ti rí fídíò pé bí ọwọ́ ẹ̀ wú ó ti dé gate ẹnu ọ̀nà wọn tán kí fídíò tó send sí kó tó wọlé bóun dẹ̀ ṣe débẹ̀ tóun ní òun ti tetanus injection nìkan ni nǹkan tó sọ pé òun fún pẹ̀lú paracetamol nǹkan tó lóun fún nìyẹn Fèyí dẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti gbé òun lọ sí lut lọ́dọ̀ àwọn doctor àwọn senior wípé wọ́n ti ní pé nǹkan tó fún kò ń ṣe nǹkan because right dosage ló fún wípé right kíní kò ń ṣe pé overdose àbí kíní pé normal thing tó yẹ kó fún òun.
Exactly. Splending, or is it Spending? Whatever you're called, your nick. Prime boy, nurse, shout, scream, tell the world all you know. Let it be recorded on social media. Say everything. Do not hide anything. Everything that you know. Careless about what you think Mohbad will feel about spilling out certain things, secrets. Spill it all. Spill everything that you know about Wunmi. Spill everything. Because the Nigerian police are professionals. They are professional in hiding the truth. They are, you think Nigerian police are not smart? They are extremely smart. But should I even use the word cunning? They are very cunning. They know the truth. In fact, what they are trained to do is to hide the truth. And for you to be able to hide the truth, you must know the truth, isn't it? So don't play with the Nigerian police. They know. They know what to look for. So automatically what they do is to find a way to cover up that truth. They came up with CCTV and released few clips In fact, that footage they released was only the one of the nurse and Wunmi walking in. If they had a way of erasing Wunmi from that clip, they probably would have done that. But because they needed to nail the nurse, someone must go down. Someone must go down for this. They thought they could play this, to get money. They thought they could play this to cover up. There was a lot of things that they needed to do. That is why I advise you, Splending. You heard what he said. I advise you, Splending. You have said what you know, but there are still things that you know. You've said few things that you want to say, rather. But there are things that you know. You've only said I was not home, I was called, which is okay. And I ran, I did. But prior to this, when you were in the car with Mohbad, with Liam on your hands, you heard what Mohbad and Wunmi talked about, what they argued about. You know what is on ground. These are the things you need to spill out. You need to spill out. How did this come to be? Adura, the younger brother of Mohbad, said, I was not home. I went out. Now you two, you are not home. Who was home with Mohbad after you guys arrived from wherever you went to? Who was home? Who was home? Mohbad and Wunmi. Wunmi, what happened? What did you do when you guys got home? What did you do? Did you use some of your charm? Did you call your mom like, Mom, that secret that we have kept is about to be exposed? Do you know that this guy did not even apply for visa for me and my son, and he said he's going to make this loud? What should we do? Well, since it has become like this, if they say you are not going to eat the meat, make sure you break the plate. And here we are today. The plate has been broken. The dish has been broken into pieces. That's it. Say the truth. What did you do? How did you do it? Autopsy is being covered up till date. How can you have gone abroad for an autopsy? Okay, you've sent the body, sent the part, whatever. Why are we here not getting the result of the autopsy? Obviously, the autopsy report is out, but they are deliberating on it. What should we say? It's like there is this, there is that. Mohbad's father wants to have access to his son's body to see. They have not allowed him. They've not permitted him. They claim that whoever is in charge has gone on vacation or has been promoted or whatever nonsense is spewing out from their mouth. What is this thing? What is this rubbish? Splending. Say the truth. Say everything that you know. Say everything that you know. Don't cover up, because you are not yet free. You are not yet free. You are not yet free. You are not free. You are not out of this. And you know you cannot get out of Nigeria yet. You can't travel out of Nigeria to a safe place and begin to speak. So say it now. Say it now, because they will want to shut you up. And you and Prime Boy, you are the two major key into the mystery, into the lies of Wunmi. You are both the two major. In fact, you, Splendid, you are the number one. There are a lot of things that you know, you heard, you saw. So say it before it is too late. Say it before they find a way to shut you down. Protect yourself. Always be alert. Always be alert. So the Nigerian police, we can see your gameplay. We saw how you guys manipulated it then, and now you're kind of looking at it now. You're kind of looking at the social media expose. You're looking at what people are saying, and you're working with that like, okay, you know what? Let us first pretend like we don't know what's happening. Let us flow with the narrative that this stupid Wunmi gave to us. Let us keep the lie. I watched the body language of the Nigerian police when they gave out that speech. I watched the officer that was talking. I said, no, these are all lies. I watched the body language. The body language told me that these guys are keeping a lot of secret. This is what they do. They wake up morning and night doing the same thing. You've not heard from a corrupt, useless Nigerian police officer telling you, you know what, go and look for something so that we can use it to rope this person. Bring the person so we can get money off them. Very terrible people. Very terrible set of people. When I say terrible, I mean 99% of them are terrible people. Nigerian police, 99% of them, terrible people. Terrible people. It's a system anyway. It's a system. So, guys, you've heard from Splending. You've heard the account of the nurse, and you've heard everything. What do you think? Drop your comment about it. Justice for Mohbad. That is what we are talking about. And DNA is part of the justice. That's it. And I'm very glad for our guest. You heard what the guest said. The stand of everybody. Mohbad's father is saying, look, I have lost a son, but I am not going to have a child, a grandson that is not mine. This is the last that I need to do. And that is what he's holding on to. Now, Mohbad's mother, she is content with the money that she got, and she has listened, looked back and forth. She's not going to divulge some of the things that she knows to Mohbad's father. She has kept it inside of herself. Like, you know what? It seems those that we are up against, they are stronger than us. These are the people that we are taking our case to. You know how these things work? Well, there is no hiding about this one that a particular king called Obelegushi has been fingered in the whole DNA saga. What is Wunmi covering up? And if you are to look at this particular king, he has no son. He has been struggling to have a male son. He has been struggling to have. He doesn't have. So now, with all of this that is happening, is it that the oracle, wherever the king hails from, did the oracle say that prince, that one must not be brought into the palace? If he is brought into the palace, terrible things will happen. Is that what the king has been told? Because I'm wondering why these things are happening. And moreover, people are looking at that name, Liam. Liam? Like, what can Wunmi tell us about this name, Liam? Is it Mohbad's father that named that boy Liam? Is it Mohbad that named that boy Liam? Like I told you guys, Liam has two origins. One, Arabic. Mohbad is not a Muslim. The other is Irish, depending on the pronunciation. So which one is this little boy? From the way I'm looking at it, it seems the father of Liam is a Muslim and gave his son the name that he wants. And Wunmi said, okay, no problem. Now, about placenta. Well, Mohbad's father was not given access to the placenta because the original father of Liam got the placenta. These things are very clear for us to see. Unless Wunmi wants to prove otherwise, unless he wants to tell us that we are liars. And that's what we want. We want Wunmi to prove us wrong. We want Wunmi to shut Mohbad's father's mouth now by availing Liam. And I know they will never avail Liam. You see, these people know. Don't let us fool ourselves. These people know. No, they know. You see, Wunmi has already confessed to his own mother. His elder sister knows. You know, Karimot, the elder sister of Wunmi, she thinks she's smart. She started talking. The day she opened her mouth, that was the day. Earlier, I mean about, I think 2 months thereabout. Immediately she spoke. I knew that this DNA was going to be a big problem. She said some things like, do you know that babies can be swapped at the hospital? Question, was Liam born in a hospital? Let us continue. She said, first, are we sure that Mohbad's father is the real father of Mohbad? So it means they've already spoken among themselves like, wait, that child, are you sure it's for Mohbad? It's not for Mohbad. It's not for Mohbad. It's for Obelegushi. Really? Okay. Does he know? Yes, now. Does he take care of the child? Of course. But he said I should keep this quiet because of some certain spiritual implication, like there are some forces, entity in the palace that does not want him to have a male child. And moreover, he doesn't want his male child to go like the other one that went. You know, the king had a male child through his northern wife. We did some stories on that on this platform. And the king had to send an email through his media. I'm telling you guys, they had to send an email like, please, can you just step down a bit on this matter? Can you step down a bit on this matter? Because we were going deep on it. Analysis were coming out, and it was like a vision, like prophecy, like we were digging deep. So they had to like, can you please step down a bit on this matter? Can you please? Don't dig deep into it, please. Well, here we are today. The king is still on our table. We are hoping that this is not true. And if it is true, why not? King, own up. You're a king. You're a man. Own up. The child does not necessarily have to be Mohbad's own. Own up. Sort what needs to be sorted. Maybe they've already even done DNA, king and son, to confirm if... Who knows? Who knows? So, Splending, say the truth. Say everything that you know for your own safety. Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.